And today's gift that was already announced will be used to top up again the value of the endowment and to bolster our help to needy and deserving students and to students with leadership and innovative abilities. Our gift will also be used to finance other endeavors of the university for the benefit of all students. As an example of the deserving students who can benefit from our gift, I am very proud and very happy to point out to you none other than our most deserving Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Mark Boots. Give him a big hand. Now back to the short story. Since we came to Saskatoon, my beloved wife and I have raised 4 children, 4 daughters I mean, and 1 son, and all of them have graduated from the university, and they have since joined us in making all our donations. With your permission, I think it is appropriate now to mention and acknowledge and thank all those who contributed to my education and indirectly contributed to the gift. If I need some water, where would I get it, you guys? Okay, I'll continue, but get me some water. Okay, now, oh my, oh, thank you very much. Okay. Cheers. Okay, so I said I want to acknowledge and thank the following who have contributed to my education and indirectly to the gift that we're giving today. They are my parents, grandparents, my aunts, my uncle, my sisters. One of them is here in the audience, Noah, my brother, my cousin, Dora's parents, Mary Claire's parents, and some of my teachers, as well as the International College in Beirut, the American University of Beirut, the Trans-Arabian Pipeline Company in New York City, the University of Kansas, and several professors and many other benevolent friends. So please give them a big hand. I hope they can hear you. Make it loud. Thank you very much. As a student, I was also given financial assistance by both the American University of Beirut as well as the University of Kansas. And as a result, with my family, we have also made modest commitments to establish scholarship funds at the American University of Beirut and at the University of Kansas. Now back to the short story. Mark, please forget about the yellow light. They gave me 5 minutes, so I'll be going over that. While I was teaching and doing research at the University of Saskatchewan, I was encouraged and urged by the head of the Civil Engineering Department, Professor Howard Douglas, to gain Canadian experience in my profession so that I would become a better and experienced professor. Professor Douglas served in the armed forces during the Second World War, and his advice to me sounded really like a command to do what he wants. So I took his advice to heart and started doing part-time work at UMA, the main engineering firm in the Saskatoon then. I think UMA now have a different name. It's AECOM in the city here. As times went by, Professor Douglas called me to his office, ordered me to sit down, and asked me with a commanding and gruff voice and said, "I heard you have been pounding nails on an apartment building. Is that true?" After a short silence and with a subdued voice, I answered, "Yes, I was pounding nails, sir." With the same commanding, gruff and hard voice, Professor Douglas asked me again, "Why were you doing that?" After a long silence and with a meek voice, I answered, "Sir, you asked me to gain Canadian experience, and I was doing exactly that." After a long silence, Professor Douglas roared laughing, and I joined him in that laughter for a few minutes. From then on, we became buddies and lifelong friends. Now I go back to the short story. Mark, please forget about the red light. Today's gift would not have happened without the hard work of a number of people to iron out the details, but it all started over a bowl of soup with Doug Clark. Doug is around here someplace, so we'll get to him in a minute. And I was talking with Doug Clark, discussing my original scholarship. Before long, Doug Richardson, with his usual zest and energy, became involved, as well as did Richard Florizon, James Cook, Judy Youngworth, and my son John. And they really worked very, very hard, and that's why the gift is being announced today. So I would like you all to join me in thanking Doug Richardson. Is Doug around? What? Okay. Doug Richardson, Doug Clark. Where are you, Doug? Okay. Richard Florizon, Judy Youngworth. Is Judy around? Oh, there we are. Okay. Nice to see you up there. James Cook. Where's the, both of them are up. They're just watching from heaven. And John Nasser, my son. Please give them a warm round of applause.